Hi class, welcome to EdVantage. This is Fabio Correa. I'll be your instructor today. Today we are going to learn the very important verb gustar. And there are many verbs in Spanish that follow the same conjugation of the verb gustar. You wonder what gustar means, right? So let's take a look at what the verb gustar means. Gustar means to like in Spanish. So take a look at the following sentences and I'm going to show you how we can use and how can you conjugate this verb. And in Spanish is use this verb gustar to express likes or dislikes. For example, me gusta el español. It has to agree with the object that we like, not with the subject of the sentence. It's very important because we need to distinguish that later on when we use pronouns. When I say in Spanish, me gustan las manzanas, I'm saying I like apples. Apples is plural. That's why this verb goes in plural. Objects must use a definite article when it refers to an object. For example, me gusta el color azul. I like blue. In English, you don't need the blue. But in Spanish, we have to introduce every object with an article. Verbs of actions use the infinitive. If you like to do something, you just simply use the infinitive of the verb. Me gusta correr. Never use subject pronouns with the verb gustar. For example, me gusta la Navidad. I like Christmas. Do not use yo in the sentence when gusta appears. Let's take a look at how we use this verb in Spanish. The indirect object pronouns are used to express this verb. Take a look. Me, te, and le. For plurals, nos, os, which is used in Spain, and les. How do we use this verb? Very easily. What we need to do is just to look at the verb in only two forms. The singular form of the verb and the plural form of the verb. This verb cannot be conjugated according to the subject. That's why you only see two conjugations here, for singular objects and for plural objects. And be very mindful that this verb agrees with the word that follows. So if I like one item, you will use gusta. Whereas if I like more than one item, or the item is the word right after the verb is a plural word, must be using gustan. Attention to the pronunciation. Gusta, gustan. Make emphasis on the end sound. Take a look at the list of these verbs. Me gusta for singular, me gustan for plural, and so on with the list. Let's take a look at some examples that we might use in Spanish. In Spanish, the gustar verbs or verbs like that must agree with the object, okay, or with the activity. Example, me gusta el helado. I like ice cream. Me gustan las fresas. I like strawberries. What's the difference between these two sentences? That's right. The first one is a singular object, el helado. In the second one, gustan because it's las fresas. If you have a verb, like to dance, me gusta bailar. You leave the verb in the infinitive form. All right. For negative sentences, it's very simple. In Spanish, just place the no before the use of the pronoun. No me gustan las espinacas. I don't like spinach. No me gusta correr o nadar. In that sentence, two verbs. I don't like neither to run nor to swim. For questions, make sure that you place the preposition or the indirect object, before the question. ¿Les gusta el café? Do you guys like coffee? ¿Te gustan más las peras o las uvas? Do you like pears more than grapes? So remember, always before the question. In a list of objects, make sure that you use singular. Example, me gusta el pan, la pasta, y la pizza. Even though I mentioned three objects, I use gusta because the very next word after the verb is la, one item only. That's what I use, gusta. The same thing happened with verbs. With lists of verbs, just simply say gusta. If you want to make emphasis, like for example, I do like something, you will make an introduction of the preposition a with a statement. Example, a mí me gusta means I do like. A ti te gusta, you do like, and so on. This clarification might help you to distinguish in the third person singular, le, or the third person singular, les. For example, for him, her, and it, or for them, we might need to clarify. Take a look. A ella le gusta cocinar. She likes to cook. A los niños les gusta jugar y pintar. Why do I use a los niños or a ella? Because it's one person specific, and it could be a male or a female. That's what I say, a él, a ella, or a ellos. Okay, very good. If you want to clarify it about yourself, you say, a mí me gustan las películas cómicas. I like comic movies or funny movies. How about you? So in Spanish, to ask someone back the question, how about you? You just simply say, y a ti, which translates as, how about you? Or to you. Okay. A ella le gusta el café y a él la Coca-Cola. So if you have two different subjects, make sure that you introduce them with the correct subject pronoun. A él, a ella. Okay? If I ask you, do you like? I'll say, a ti te gusta, right? Muy bien. There are several verbs in Spanish that have the similar conjugation. It's very important that you recognize them because they will use exactly the same form, singular or plural. Take a look at this list. Encantar, faltar, fascinar, disgustar, molestar, interesar, importar, doler. Those lists of verbs use exactly the same conjugation. Let's take a look at it. How do you think I would say, I am interested in cooking? Correct. A mí me interesa cocinar. The verb is to be interested about something. So I will put me interesa. Notice that I use interesa because it's a verb. My friends need $10. How would I say that in Spanish? The verb is faltar. So let's take a look at how you construct that sentence. A mis amigos les faltan $10. I use faltan because diez is plural. My feet hurt. When you have a verb like doler, you would say me duelen o a mí me duelen los pies. Notice that feet in Spanish is los pies. You don't need to say mis pies because it's taken for granted that are your feet. So you don't need mis pies. Los pies will be more than enough. Okay? Excellent. How do you say this in Spanish? Let's practice. He likes coffee. Good job. A él le gusta el café. How will you say the following sentence? We like to speak Spanish. A nosotros nos gusta hablar español. I like to buy books. Remember, here it's not about books, it's about buying. Correct. A mí me gusta comprar libros. She likes Mexican food. A ella le gusta la comida mexicana. Fantastic. We like fish tacos. Correct. Nos gustan los tacos de pescado. Thank you. I hope this video has helped. Thank you very much for watching, and please click on the EdVantage logo to subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate it. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos muy pronto. Adiós.